The search continues for people trapped in tornado debris in Bowling Green, Kentucky. The National Weather Service confirms that the city was hit by an EF3 tornado. Lilia Luciano went out with a K-9 search and rescue team as they work to find some of the missing. She is in Bowling Green, about 120 miles east of Mayfield. Lilia, good morning.
Good morning to you, Nate. It's already been more than 48 hours since that tornado struck Bowling Green, killing at least 11 people. 10 or so are still missing. And local authorities tell me this is still very much a search and rescue effort involving local, county, federal authorities, as well as volunteers and dogs.
But did it sound like a yell or more like a...
It sounded like a...
When a group of neighbors reported hearing voices coming from a creek in Bowling Green on Sunday.
I don't, like maybe like here to like the tree line.
The fire department, police, and volunteers showed up to comb the woods and the water for any signs of life.
Did they say how far they heard the screams?
No, it was just along the path here. And it could be somebody playing. I mean, it could be a false alarm, a variety of things. But you have to treat every call as a true emergency.
There's dozens of search and rescue crews here, firefighters and volunteers. They're looking for any sign of life or a person. About 2 hours ago, a couple of residents heard a voice or said they heard a voice, and perhaps even someone gasping for air or asking for help. They're not sure whether this is a false alarm, but still, people are missing.
This is my Belgian Malinois German Shepherd dog, Anubis.
While they work against the clock, dogs trained for search, rescue, and recovery become critical.
What they're smelling are hair, blood, just different remains.
And these dogs can smell way better than we can, you know.
When the county search crews didn't have enough dogs for this level of loss, they accepted the help of these volunteers.
They're amped up. They know what we're doing.
They're reading us, so we got that potential find on Creekwood.
And for the handlers, it's hard to keep up.
We're just coming out to get a breather real quick and go back in there again. But a tree got the best of me.
Despite searching for hours and returning empty-handed, there's no stopping their quest for survivors.
So
there's
still a chance. Still hope, still a chance.
Around me, those crews are still searching, and they will continue throughout the day today. But I'm just looking around, and everywhere I look throughout this block, there's barely any structures that are left standing. But you know what we saw yesterday? The streets were jam-packed with people not looking to see the wreckage, but bringing food, water, even containers, so that those survivors that came back home would have somewhere to put the few belongings that they could find. Tony.
Yeah, Lilia, people doing their best to help one another. And if we see your camera pull back there, there is no lens big enough, we've heard people say, to take in all of the destruction across those multiple states there. Lilia, thank you very much. We saw there in Bowling Green, guys, that's a confirmed EF3 tornado, which is 136 to 165 mile-an-hour winds. We're talking, if that were a hurricane, a Cat 5, the biggest type of storm, the difference being it's just so localized and it carves just a really disgusting path through everything it hits.
I have great appreciation and admiration for the people who are searching that say they're not going to give up, because they know that could make the difference. Somebody could be underneath that rubble praying and hoping and waiting that they're discovered.
Yeah,
they don't want to give up.
100%. And I have to say this, thoughts and prayers, they do help.
Yes.
But if you can do more financially, if you're local, going out there and helping physically, but if you can give, even if it's just sending food, and I'm talking to the mirror reflection of Nate Burleson, do something, because I know that I'm going to do what I can. So I'm asking everybody out there to do the same.
And Nate, I heard somebody who was caught in this say, we're asking everybody to do everything. I thought that was a very good way to put it.
And it's going to be a long-term cleanup.
Yes.
It's not just to do it today. It's check in down the line. All right, Lilia, thanks again.